Rebellion Punk Festival is the largest punk festival in the world. It's held every year in Blackpool, which has a special significance for me. It's the town that I grew up in. Blackpool is Britain's premier seaside town, a fantastic vaudeville, trashy, wind-swept space beside the sea in the northwest of England. It's where millions of working class people go for holidays. Or they did, they all went to Spain on the cheaper package holidays, and even to Greece. These days, it's kind of a battered remnant of its former self, but still has a lot of charm, and is perfect for a punk festival. The venue is the Winter Gardens, this really fantastic hall that was built in about 1860. It's got chandeliers hanging from the roofs and massive ballrooms. The main one is the Empress Ballroom, which holds 3,500 people. There's 200 bands playing across 6 different rooms, and there's about 8,000 punks there from all over the world. It's a really fantastic atmosphere. You meet people you haven't seen there for 25 years, and it really is the best punk rock social you could possibly go to. The lineup is pretty incredible. This year saw headliners like Social Distortion, Buzzcocks, Public Image and Rancid really blast the place out. Highlights were Public Image. They didn't go down too well with the punks in the crowd. I mean, a lot of people left during the set, but I don't think that really worried John Lydon. I think that probably cheered him up quite a lot. Rancid had the place more packed than any band I've ever seen and ran through all their several albums with a really brilliant set. Buzzcocks, of course, are great, always like the Eternal Jukebox. And Social Distortion really cheered up all the people, lots of tattoos. There's lots and lots of other high points, loads of new young bands showing the strength and diversity across the punk scene. That it's not just like an old Teddy Boy convention of bands that were going 30, 40 years ago. Although there is that aspect to it. A lot of those old bands are really, really brilliant these days because they're learning how to get their shit together. The young bands kind of show the strength in the scene, and there's like lots of them playing like in the small rooms up and downstairs. The Rebellion is a very busy time for me personally. We get to headline, well, we get to play the Empress Ballroom with Gold Blade. 3,500 people packing there to see us play, and it's a really brilliant atmosphere. And it's always like, we're really, glad that people actually turn up, because that's a big hall to fill up. And when you're actually playing on the stage going crazy, you look up the roof of the venue and just see those amazing chandeliers and the wooden varnished roof. And it's just like the most incredible old ballroom. And it's no wonder that Jack White from White Stripes called it his favourite venue in the whole world and has played there several times. I mean, that was the room that Stone Roses did their classic 1989 breakthrough gig, the legendary gig, the Blackpool gig, and also saw the 1964 Rolling Stones riot, where the whole room's completely trashed. It just absolutely oozes rock and roll history. And it's also had the party political conferences on there for years as well, before they all got too posh and moved to Manchester instead. So when I'm actually playing on that stage, I get a real sense of the diversity and history of the place, and somehow it frames the music absolutely perfectly. Upstairs, there's another smaller venue called the Spanish Ballroom, and I do like an event in there as well, where I interview several people from the punk rock scene. This year I did a fantastically strange interview, The Only Ones, where the singer Peter Perrett started going about how much he liked Colonel Gaddafi, and lots of left-wing rhetoric. It's interestingly left-wing rhetoric, which you never expect from somebody famous who's been a kind of, let's say, a druggy rock and roller who made absolutely brilliant songs all those years ago. Peter Perrett also talked a lot about football and knew a lot about sport in detail. That's another really strange curveball. I interviewed Gay Advert from the Adverts About Her Art, and I also interviewed Slaughter and the Dogs, the famous Manchester band, who never quite get the credit they deserve, but a huge influence on the city's music scene, being a big influence on the Smiths and the Stone Roses. Johnny Marr once told me he took his haircut from a member of the Slaughter and the Dogs, and the Stone Roses wanted to work with Martin Hannett for the aborted first album demos, because they loved their Slaughter the Dogs and he'd worked with them as well. So the whole weekend, it lasts about 4 days, and it's pretty intense in there because there's thousands of people that you know, and you stand by your merch stall, just basically a huge, crazy social, just queues of people to talk to all the time. Just see what everyone's up to, sort out some gigs for yourself, just see what's happening, and just talk about punk rock endlessly for days on end. I think anybody listening to this in Greece come over to the Blackpool Festival. It's a pretty cheap place to stay compared to most places in England. And if you like your punk rock, it's a really, really incredible weekend. So that's Blackpool Rebellion for you. It's held every August in Blackpool. There is a website somewhere, which I can't remember off the top of my head, but if you Google Rebellion Festivals, you'll find it. Good night.